Cancer, what is going on? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and yeah, we're gonna look and see what's up with you today, Cancer. I am filming. Temperance just popped out. Makes a lot of sense. Not getting too sucked into the BS, guys, right? Like the things that we can't control. The things that make us feel ungrounded, emotional, etc. I was going to say I'm filming this on a new moon. We just entered Aries season, so it's such a great time to like really plant our seeds, set our intentions with what we're working to grow and build. So let's see what's going on, guys. Okay, so dealing with this situation, this synergy has come up a lot for you, Cancer, over the past couple weeks. This is a person, place, or thing that you feel really deeply connected to. And I do feel like change is afoot. It's on the horizon. And there's a lot of like unanswered questions. Not really 100% certain how things are going to go or how they're going to manifest. It's struggle through the process, right? The world is ending to a cycle. It's closure, but I also feel like there's a lot of burden that comes through this. Maybe it didn't end exactly how you wanted it to, or maybe you know it's in the ending stages, depending on where you're at, you know? And if this is specifically a love relationship or someone that you are committed to, it also can signify ending a cycle, right? Like I said. But I think that Spirit is kind of directing you in this way of forcing you to see it differently. I feel like see this person differently and see this relationship differently. You know, it's that concept of like, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I just heard it's like, you know, when we see people's true colors by how they treat us in the bad times, not the good times, in the bad times. And if they can't be kind, if they're being mean, like I just feel like a lot of heaviness, a lot of tears, a lot of oppression, confusion. Maybe there's been a little bit of gaslighting going on in your situation. 234 was on the clock when I said that. Which I love because for you, Cancer, it's a lot about progression and moving forward, knowing that it's not stuck where things are at. I think in the physical world, it does take things a lot more time to move forward. You know, life is kind of slow. Wah, wah. And when you're a water energy, that can be specifically challenging because you can pick things up, you sense, you feel into situations. This whole thing has been messy is what I'm hearing, and it's really required you to dig deep. Queen of Wands comes out. You could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy. This could be you though too, like it's like a revamping of your world, you know, because I do find the Queen of Wands to be the most magnetic, attractive, sensual, and we all have that within us and we need to step into that power sometimes. Whatever's happening is, like I said, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of confliction within, not 100% knowing exactly what it is, where to put your thoughts, like I said, and then that confirmation through the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is our fear. It's our anxiety, fear of the unknown. This is a general collective reading. Obviously, as a side note, it might not resonate for everyone. If it doesn't, no worries at all. If it does, definitely drop comments below. That Two of Wands keeps coming out. So Two of Wands is when we're struggling to find harmony, balance, because the two opposing forces are intense. And I think that through this process, whatever you and this person, place, or thing have been coming into, the conflict, the difficulty, the inability to move forward, it's putting a whole new perspective on things for you, Cancer. You could be dealing with someone who's incredibly non-emotional. Like, I feel like this is just someone who uses their words to hurt and harm. I like the Queen of Swords energy for sure, but yeah, dude, I mean, it's not a good energy in this reading, Cancer, which I'm so sorry for. I mean, I feel like for you, and again, this is easier said than done, part of the message is taking the emotion out of it, not getting too sucked into the games, the manipulation, the things being said. You know how people just bait us with their words? It reminds me like that's what this person is doing. You might be seeing it a little bit more clearly now, but there still is this devil, which I feel like for the devil, it's a lot about like wanting to control the situation, and maybe you do too, you know? But obviously your heart is very broken to what is happening. And that makes sense, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and I think, you know, good for you, because it does still look like you're trying to find ways to move through this. How can we make it better? How can we resolve it? Anytime there is conflict in these types of relationships, when we do have strong synergy with someone, you know, it can be, you know, incredibly emotional because we feel a lot of things around it. But it does show that you're trying, you're doing the best that you can. You're really looking for your own empowerment, but also how can we work through whatever's happening. And I don't feel like this person is giving you much to go off of. I feel like they're not allowing happiness. Yeah, there's that Queen of Wands. She popped up. So like I said, I mean, you know, she can be very, like, someone that you're attracted to, someone that you're very, you know, connected with, incredibly alluring, but also this fear, yeah, around how things are. You know, I feel like this person that you're dealing with has made this tower, made this huge mess out of their own doing, their own fruition. It was about what was making them happy. And not maybe thinking about you or what you wanted. Like I said, you are still in this space of like feeling the feels. Not really knowing how to think, how to, you know, and you just don't, I mean, I feel like you don't want that level of betrayal again. This is a heavy energy, Cancer. I'm so sorry. This person just like won't let you back in. They're very much on the defensive. Yeah, I mean, and I think it's, you know, I mean, I feel like this has come through in a previous reading for you, Cancer, where sometimes it's just like a person, place, or thing comes into our life for the learning lesson. There's still more to the story that needs to develop and unfold. And, you know, like this says, like the overarching energy, sorry, like needing to dig deep and find the strength in order to get through this. But there is a lot of limitation, and I feel like it's on both of your guys' parts. I feel like you're both playing a role into it. This person knows that they're kind of putting, you know, keeping you at arm's length. There's that Strength card again. Just emphasizing that, you know, it's, I feel like sometimes to me, when the devil pops up, it's like too much has happened. Too much has transpired. It's really hard to get this back up and running because even in the blocked energy, yeah, there's that Two of Wands, guys. So we've had a lot of beautiful confirmations in this reading where it's just, sometimes too much happens, too much is done. It goes too far one way, and there really is no way to kind of bring it back into balance. I feel like you both kind of know that things are headed in this direction of closure. Both played a role. Both need to, you know, I don't know. I mean, if you have to continue to have connection, then that's one thing. But there is this element of you kind of getting yourself back out there, exploring new potential, new possibility, wrapping this situation up, leaving it behind. I don't know if this person like caused more chaos again this week or something. Yeah, there's the World. So we have the World, the Strength confirmed in both our overarching and in the reading. But it's like, I think that there are better options elsewhere. You know, sometimes like the things falling apart is actually a blessing in disguise. It was a chapter, it was a period of time in your life. There's still a lot of pain for you around this, and your soul really just wants to move forward. Like, you don't want to go through all that stuff again. And you are really focused more on where your empowerment is, which I think is really beautiful. This person probably won't let you back in, you know, or this situation. It feels very much like they've already kind of had their mind made up. They might have done it in a little bit of a chaotic way. They know that they're being defensive, like I said, but it looks like neither of you really wants to budge. And honestly, the way that the energy is moving forward is it talks a lot about needing to get back out there, needing to kind of like shake the energy up. Don't stay stuck in this thing, you know, or too fixated on it is what I'm hearing. If you want things to move forward, there does need to be a conversation. I think that conversation is easier said than done. Maybe you are trying to communicate in your own way, but I do also feel like there is this need to be, it's not just like, you know, just, I think it's like being honest, being upfront, like, hey, we really need to talk about this thing. It's been weighing on my mind, instead of finding roundabout ways to get in there. Because we also see a 10 on the top of this card, which is that closing off of a cycle. This person, you guys have a strong mirroring effect going on, you know. It is part of what makes them self-protected, right? That 4/4 energy. And I think that's, I don't know, the blessing and the curse. I mean, life is full of this duality. We see that 11 on top, the master number, that, you know, and even this kind of stems back to the new moon energy today. Part of life success is by saying like, this is what's happening. This is the dynamic. This is the goal that I want from it. And so how do I get from A to B versus like, well, it has to be this way and I'm going to make that happen. That never works, right? There's this great quote. It's not about having like it's not about having a great hand of cards. It's about using the hand of cards you have in order to play. Well, dude, I totally just botched that. It's using the poor hand of cards you have well, or whatever hand of cards. Sorry, what a bummer. I was so pumped to share that. Anywho, look it up. I'm sure it will be a little bit more eloquently spoken on the Google. All right, Cancer, I hope that this helped. I'm sending so much love and blessings to whatever you're dealing with. I hope that, you know, you can find a way to navigate through. You're strong, you're powerful, you're creative. Just remember that. And thanks so much for the love and energy to the channel. Definitely big thumbs up if it resonated. Lots of love and blessings your way.